This is the second time I recorded this. The first time was a 15-minute video. Let's see if I can cut it down shorter. I didn't have my mic recording apparently, so I had to start over. Anyway, this is for my friend who was confused about the revolver in our game. So the confusion is from the design of it being open bolt. Um, in most cases, open bolt is for machine guns, but for us, we wanted to make a unique revolver, and my brother modeled this gun, and you know he wanted to put a unique spin on it, and so basically we made it an open bolt revolver instead of having like a hammer in the back. The design is kind of like a pirate gun mixed with like 19 or 1860 Navy revolver, um, and it has a slide, but it acts like an open bolt. So it's a really funky revolver, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, so basically, an open bolt is when mostly machine guns, when there's a round in the chamber and the bolt is back, when you pull the trigger, um, the bolt will fly forward, and it flying forward strikes the primer on the round, and that fires the bullet, right? And then that sends the bolt back. The the explosive power sends the bolt back. Um, most of the time, you'll have like your AR-15s, which are closed bolt, which is there's a round in the chamber, the bolt is forward, and when you pull the trigger, there is a firing pin inside that strikes the primer, which fires the bullet. That's probably a bit of an over explanation, but in case there's someone else like my friend who's very curious about how this works, this is an explanation for you. Um, so this is the open bolt design that we did. It has a cylinder. It is loaded from this, I don't know the proper terminology, but it's like a thumb gate. Um, and when you want to reload it, well, if it's empty, your last bullet, it'll fire, come back, and then when you pull the trigger again, it'll go forward. There won't be nothing will happen. Um, and this will kick up, blocking your sights. And then you can slide your hand underneath here and pull this lever back, and then you can drag it back to charge it to the rear, and then you can start loading your bullets inside. Um, yeah, so that's basically the design of this revolver. This is where the bullets come out after they are fired. Um, there's no like internal mechanisms to kind of explain it further because there's no need because we don't have like jamming or anything like that in this game. So we don't need the internals, and it would be a waste of time and resources to make all that. But I imagine that if this was a real gun, there could be some kind of mechanism that is rotating the cylinder and ejecting the rounds internally. Um, but that being said, I just wanted to say though that this is my brother's first model he ever made. He just started modeling 4 months ago, and I gotta say I'm really impressed. This doesn't do it any justice. This scene, like you can see these details in here. Let me drag this down a bit for you. Um, it looks really good. And this is his first model. He just started modeling 4 months ago, and I'll show you through everything he's made and the some of the animations um, that I've made, and the how his items that he made works. Sorry, stuttering here. Um, so real quick, let me change. Okay, here we go. So I'll drag this window over. This is the camera view from the first person. So I'll just scrub through here quickly to show you the mechanics of the gun. Like I was describing, the latch comes up, you charge it back. Now the slide is locked back. Then you flip that open. I did it with the other hand, and it kind of looked the same as when you reload a round in. So I made it one-handed, like thumb flip. And then yeah, so now the gun is ready to be loaded, and we can switch over to Oh, I'll play the full animation at full speed for you. Yeah, there you go. um, and then it can be loaded. Let me move this out of the way so I can see. Sorry, Blender has this thing where you maybe I don't know if someone knows how to switch both actions at the same time. Please let me know. Uh-oh, sorry. Okay. Um, so this is basically what it would look like reloading. I think I have an extra frame out here somewhere from a phone that's not selected right now. But yeah, that's basically, as you can see too, these bullets are like super long. We found some information on the internet and some reference of bullets that are long like this for underwater use. Our game is like a submarine game, so a lot of underwater action will be happening. So this bullet we found online was made in like Norway, and they're like these long darts, and we just thought it looked really cool, and it'd be fun to have that kind of bullet in our world. Um, so it's gonna look cool with all these like darts sticking out of enemies and stuff too. So yeah, so this is how it is loaded. Um, Now let's switch over to his. Hold on, it's loading. Yeah. So this is his lantern, another funky um, asset that we created. But basically, it can rotate. This is kind of a bad angle, and I apologize. It can. So the lantern rotates, swivels all the way around this handle there. Um, the battery is a whole this battery slot moves in and out like this. So you can pull this out, put a new battery in, and close it again. We aren't sure about how the mechanics are going to be yet because our game's in like really early alpha stages right now. But it could either be loading a battery or pumping this like a crank. Will probably make the rod longer, and you just pump to like charge the uh, flashlight um, manually. It's kind of like inspired by Metro, if you've ever played that game. You have to like crank a little handle thing to charge up your flashlight, and it creates these like really tense moments in the dark. So we want to capture that in our game too, but it might just be the battery reload too. So the battery does come out, and I'll show you right now with the animation for that. But I gotta find the animation first. So here and okay. So I'll just walk you through it like I did the last one. Basically, oh, I had to switch the the way you carry it because it looked funky in first person view, holding it by the little handle here. So I cut off the back of his uh, lantern here so that the arm can fit under. So that, like it's just an interesting way of holding it. It wasn't intentional, but I think this works. So basically, this is how the reload will be. He'll go in here, he'll grab the pull the battery out. Also, the battery is tiny. We scaled down this flashlight like significantly. So this battery used to be really, really big. Like if you were in the military, it would be like a radio sized battery. But now it's like a bigger than a 9 volt, a little bigger than a 9 volt. Anyway, yeah. So that's the animation basically playing through. But I'll play it at full speed for you here. Here we go. And then the next asset that my brother made is this torch. Um, so again, everything here is designed very uniquely. This torch was designed after like these old time um, welding torches, but they were very boring looking. Let me pull up. There we go. They're like these old time torches, and they're just kind of boring. So we kind of got together to make this more unique. So it's like a blend between those old torches and like a Singer sewing machine. So in real life, this thing would be freaking heavy because this is all iron, which is unrealistic, but it's just for the look of the game. Let me pull that pure ref back over. So this was the references we used. It's like this is the old style, but this is just not unique enough for our game. Our world takes place in like an alternate dimension, you know. So here's the reference for the revolver that we used. A bunch of different things here. If you don't use PureRef, I highly recommend it for artwork. You can just jam everything in here, scale it up. It doesn't lose its quality. Um, Scale it down, and you can just keep zooming. So it's great. Anyway, so here is, I think no, here we go. Yeah, so here's the animation of the torch being reloaded. This isn't right. Something's not right. Oh, that's why I had the wrong animation selected. Sorry about that. All right, so I'll walk you through this one too. Basically, it's quite simple. The torch needs the canister replaced. Here's the full screen. And actually, I just started rigging in Blender and modeling about 4 or 5 months ago. I was in 3ds Max for 12 years, so I picked it up pretty quickly. But the rigging technique for switching the constraints to the hand was pretty hard compared to Max. But I got it working, so I'm happy. All right, lastly, let's see, we got the shovel. So this is like a entrenching tool. So now we just need to switch over the animations. Sorry, I could like edit this video, but I don't really want to. This is mostly just for my friend. And I thought, maybe I'll just post it online too. So we'll see how this goes. Um, so this is his entrenching tool he made, and uh, it only has one animation really worth showing. It's just the attack animation. Um, so basically, it looks really bad here, but the trick that I'm doing here is I'm smearing the vertices off with another bone. Um, and I think it's this one, yeah. So I can like smear this pretty aggressively. And it looks horrible, but when it's moving in full speed, you can't really tell. And it looks good. It looks actually natural. So here's the animation. Oh, it's actually showing too much. There we go. Yeah, so you can see the smear, but it looks right. Anyway, I got that idea from someone on X named Naniel, and I'll pull him up real quick so you can see. All right, here's Naniel. So I think he's an animator, but he's making a solo game right now, and it's really cool. It's got this like PlayStation look. Uh, the character looks so cool. It I saw this and it made me want to redo like all the animations I made in Sansvora. But anyway, long story short, oh, here we go. I asked him for this. He made a video of attacks, and I don't think these are attacks. Let me find his attacks. I think it was maybe it's this video. So yeah, when he attacks, his weapon is smearing, and I was like, wow, that looks so good. Like, I asked him what you do for like particles to do that, and he said that it doesn't. He just smears the weapon like this, and I was like, oh my god, that's such a good idea. So I stole his idea, he told me, so I got permission. And yeah, and I think it's going to save us a lot of time. Nobody has to do particles for that. But I would say that it probably still looks better with a good VFX artist doing that for you. But if you don't, if you have a small team like us, you, we try to find ways to kind of incorporate different effects into our work if we can. And that's one way to do it. And I think that's a genius, and I appreciate him for showing me that. Anyway, so let's go back here. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, this is my brother's. These are his models. I made the character, the arms for the first person, um, and I made the full character too. But he made all these items, and he's only been working in Blender for 4 months, and he's leveled up so insanely fast. I've been doing this for nearly 13 years, and his first models are way better than my first models. Um, I would pull some up to show you guys, but I obviously you probably don't really want to see all that. But it would also take me a minute to find. But I'll show you guys one last thing. I'll show you the full character. Um, my script isn't working today, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. But basically, I'll turn this on so you guys can see the animations. Turn that off too. Okay. Um, so yeah, this is his. Oh, that don't look right. This is his run animation. I don't think it looks that good. Uh, I don't think it looks that good in Blender. I think it looks way better in Substance Painter and in Unreal. The character looks really good in Unreal, and I'm actually really proud of this character. Um, I've got pretty much his basic animations, like you gotta have a dance in there. No, this was just for fun. Um, I got his basic animations in here, and after I'm done with those first person animations, I'm gonna be switching back over here and applying all the weapons to this character, so that like when you're walking, you can see the gun in his hand or the torch or the shovel, whatever. So that's gonna be a whole thing, but um, that's the thing that sucks about working as in a first person game is you got to do the animations for the first person arms and animations for the full body. We did this iteration of our game a while back, and it was abysmal. And we were trying to do true first person, and it just really wasn't working for us. Um, I'm sure there's a way to do true first person correctly. I just haven't really been able to find anything on it and any good workflows for that. But anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you, and I hope that explained everything that you wanted to know, Nathan. Appreciate you asking, and I hope to see you guys on Discord. I'll add the Discord in the description or anything like and everything like that. And yeah, if you guys need any help with Blender, if you want to learn how to level up as fast as my brother did, you can join the Discord, and I'd be happy to give you guys the same kind of critique I give my brother. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend.